pag pinag-usapan natin ang synod, I understand that, merong normally negative reactions in a sense na parang sinasabi natin, meron po tayong issue ng owning ng synod. Okay? Kahit nung immediately after ng synod, nararamdaman natin yung mga reaction ng ilang pari na walang owning. And so, in a way, masasabi natin, nagkaroon ng impact yun doon sa supposed to be implementation phase ng synod. Kasi nga, kung walang owning, parang ang hirap natin involve ang bawat isa. Because this is, although it's the bishop alone who can convoke a synod, siya lang yung sole legislator ng synod, pero tayo ay naging participants, active participants dito po sa synod. Okay? When I say tayo, I'm referring to the clergy, to the religious, and to the laity. Okay? So, pero dapat maging maliwanag siguro para sa atin, una, na ang synod natin of 1994 ay iniisip na naglalaro na sa isipan ni Bishop Bantige of happy memory. Okay, tawagin nila. In view of the 25th anniversary ng ating election ng diocese, siguro ko konti ang may alam mo, pero nasa puso na nasa isipan ni Bishop Bantige. Kaya lang, it was taken over by a lot of activities like Marian here, and then so on and so forth. And then, finally, nag-declare ang CBCP na magkakaroon ng PCP2. So, in a way, parang tayo muna ay nag-backtrack doon sa synod. And then, naganap na nga ang PCP2 noong 1991-92. No? And then eventually, naganap ang ating synod. Pagkatapos doon, ginanap naman yung Second Provincial Council of Manila. Okay. So, masasabi natin na, kasi ang mga among the reaction is like, well, yung synod naman ay ginawa lang ni Bishop Bantige kasi paalista siya. So, parang isa sa kanyang mga credential, as he was going out, is he was able to convene a synod. I think that will be an injustice to the old man, the old bishop, because he had that in mind earlier. Okay? So, gusto ko po ngayon, as we are trying to revisit the synod, i-contextualize ko lang ngayon para medyo may iba naman ang ating pagtingin doon sa synod, no? Okay. Ngayon po ay meron tayong bagong po, okay? Who is like really exerting so much effort, which I call rebranding the church. Rebranding, no? Pag rebranding is, of course, hindi usually ginagamit terminology, no? Pero rebranding means, ano yung image ng simbahan ngayon? Okay? Our Pope is not somebody who will change doctrine, although some people are like just waiting for that and hoping na magbabago siya ng doctrine. Never. Okay? We're just trying to give a different face sa ating simbahan ngayon. Okay? Pangalawa, I will be discussing that further later on. And then, meron po tayong bagong bispo. So, meron tayong, in a way, new pastoral governance under Bishop Ben Pamanito. It's another significant point. And then, we have the forthcoming Golden Jubilee of the Diocese 2 years from now. Okay? And then later on, 7 years from now, we will have the 5th centennial of Philippine evangelization. And then ito, yung tawag ng disconnect sa ating Philippine economy, no? On the one hand, it's happening right now, and we see that very clearly here, kasi nasa Calabarzon tayo, very close to Manila. So parang apparently, sa economy, we are making headway, pero hindi siya inclusive. Masyadong exclusive ang growth ng Philippine economy, no? So lumalayo yung mayaman at saka mahirap at yung tinatawag natin na middle class ay mukhang lumiliit pa. Very typical yun, no? And then, I think ito hindi lumutang masyado sa ating synod, pero this is what we are seeing. Which I call internal migration. Internal migration would mean yung galing sa Manila, galing sa iba't ibang lugar, coming to our diocese, no? And then the external migration. We have 11 million Filipinos outside the country, no? At mukha po ang Laguna ay isa sa pinakamaraming napapadalang mga migrant workers sa ibang bansa. Okay? So yun ay isa rin dapat natin i-consider, no? And then of course, we live now in the age of the Facebook, no? So I call this, we are facing Facebook generation people at this point in time. Sabi nila sa Pilipinas daw ay isa tayo sa maraming subscribers ng Facebook. Okay? In spite of poverty. And then, something that we could not and we should not ignore na may impact sa ating buhay, either on the civil or on the ecclesial, is that climate change, no? And its environmental impact. Tatapos lang po ng Glenda, na sinasabi, mukhang ito magiging normal typhoon ng Philippines, no? So, nung una lang, pag nakatinig ka ng 150 kilometers per hour typhoon, medyo nakatapos na yun. Ngayon is 180 or something. Of course, still present in our mind, Yolanda, which can actually happen anytime, no? Okay, so, balikan ko yung sinasabi ko, unang context is, may bago tayo po. So parang, we are given a fresh start. So lahat ng local churches in the whole world, ay gusto ng Pope na sumama sa kanyang paglalakbay. So in a way, he is also addressing that invitation to us. And therefore, now, rethinking about or revisiting the synod can be seen in that light, no? Because the synod speaks of renewal, speaks of evangelization. And then, of course, ang lutang sa, yung rebranding na ginagawa natin po is, he wants a church that is caring and forgiving. Okay? Hindi na yung masyado condemning. Okay? Laging condemn this. It's more of caring, reaching out, no? Ang very prominent sa kanilang sinasabi is to reach out to those in the periphery of existence. Whether it's because they are out of the church or they are poor, morally, spiritually, or materially. And then he wants, now he's talking of the church of the poor. Actually, matagal natin pinag-uusapan ito, no? Nalulutang ito sa PCT2. And then, an eminently missionary church. In fact, sa kanyang encyclical, Evangelii Gaudium, ay maliwanag doon na gusto niya yung simbahan talaga ay magkaroon ng, sabi nga niya, to dream, no? Managinip muli tayo, no? Ibalik yung like the zeal and fervor, so to say, for mission activity ng simbahan. And then of course, he speaks of renewed evangelism or new evangelization, but primarily, though not exclusively, through witnessing, no? And he wants that to be more prominent, no? Sa mga leaders ng simbahan. Okay? Alam nyo kanina, nabanggit yung tungkol sa case ni Janja, no? Ako honestly, medyo, personally, I will have to say this. I'm not medyo in agreement, no? Kasi, if the Pope were to hear that, I'm saying this, no, from personal reflection. Kasi kung ang isang pare ay guilty of something, hindi dapat na gawin natin na palalabasin natin magaan lang ang ginawa. I'm saying this not knowing the whole story, but parang kanina ibaba yung kaso sa ganito. you know, may naging kaso ang isang senior doon sa Rome, no? And so sabi niya, kung kinakalit, bulog, no? And no way even the Vatican would intervene para kumaan ang anumang dapat ibigay sa kanya sa justisya. Kung natanda natin, sa Amerika ay ang naging sistema sa pag-deal with the cases of pedophilia was like some more of cover-up, no? And then pagkatapos they started paying. And then eventually, dumating sa puntos na they could no longer pay because marami ng diocese at bankrupt, no? So, like billions of dollars na ang naibigay sa mga victims, no? So, in other words, yung sinasabi natin na baka we're trying to protect the image of the church, baka mag-boomerang pa yun eh. Mas makita kayo ng mga tao yung transparency from our end, no? So, I hope that there is no attempt to cover up the case, huh? Okay, I'm saying this is from my own personal reflection. So I might be wrong, I hope I'm wrong, pero yun lang po ang no, because I'm afraid ngayon with the wired faithful that we have, anong wired? Connected lahat siya, no? Sa nakita niyo nangyari sa isang pare, no? Who was performing baptism. Yes, and pinalaki yun, lumaki. So it can happen. So, palagay ko, ganun the days in which the church, with its still triumphalistic tendency, would cover up and say, pari kasi yan eh. Pari kasi yan eh. So, kung anong nakagawa sila ng krimen o anuman, kung ano ang kinakaya ng hilingin ng justisya ng isang bansa, ipataw yun. I'm sorry to say this, but this is what I feel in a way close to the Vatican, no? So, yun ang iniiwasan nila natin sa propaganda. Okay? Anyway, mukhang masyado yatang knowledge yun. Okay, ang pagkakaroon ng isang bagong bishop, he's the fourth bishop of the Diocese of San Pablo, also gives us a fresh start, no? Kasi sabi nga ni Mario Rivera, kanya-kanyang pare, kanya-kanyang tuli, diba? So in a way, parang sinasabi lang niya na, you know, bawat isa meron kanyang leadership style, okay? Meron siyang bagong trust siguro. So, I believe revisiting the synod also would be opportune in light of this new pastoral governance in our diocese. Okay. And of course, darating tayo sa jubilee nating diocese 2 years from now. Lagi natin nasasabi, bago na naman selebrasyon, pagkatapos naman, celebration na, ano ba talaga naging impact sa ating buhay pastoral, no? Kasi we can organize events, no? But I guess it should be more than event. It should be a life-changing activities, no? In event. Ito sa buhay ng ating simbahan. Hindi lang siya idapos natin, salamat, then we are waiting for another big event to come. So siguro this time, let us be more serious in really making it sure that whatever celebration that we have is in view of that renewed evangelism, of that new evangelization that the Pope has been talking about. Okay, 500 years of Philippine evangelization. Of course, katulad yun nangyari sa South America, was it evangelization or colonization? No? Nagkaroon ng debate siya. I don't think, once na lumapit na yan, magkakaroon ng debate tungkol dyan sa bagay na yan. How are we going to call it? Of course, from the church end, we are saying this is 500 years of evangelization. It was clear, no? That the Spaniards came here bringing the faith. It was clear. And so, after 500 years, we boast of being the only Christian nation in Asia. Actually, hindi na rin ngayon kasi yung East Timor is predominantly Christian and Catholic and that. I think mas mataas pa yata 90%, no? Ang East Timor. Okay? And then, John Paul, when he visited our country, Saint John Paul II, ay sinabi tayo dapat maging liwanag sa Asia. Parang nakaka-konsensya kung talagang tayo liwanag, no? In light of what's happening, for example, in our Philippine politics, no? Parang, you know, the culture of corruption is really indebted, kumbaga. Parang naka-endemic na, parang ano sa ating pagkatao, no? Sa ating psyche as a people. And then, again, I was saying, ito yung disconnect ng ating economy, no? Still, parang hindi pa tayo nakahulagpos, no? Doon sa feudalistic society na may bearing sa ating economy, no? Pero nung may mga mayaman, dapat talaga sila yumaman, ay mahirap na tayo, manatili tayo mahirap. At tinanatili tayo mahirap. O something like that. And then, exclusive economic gains. Minsan nakikita natin yung Philippine stocks, talagang mataas ang mataas, no? Pero nararamdaman ba ng mga Pilipino yun? Yung ba kanilang lamesa ay nagkakaroon mas maraming pagkain ngayon? Hindi, no? Ako, nasa shock din, going around and buying things. Kasi ako nasa sa amin, so sa mga mother ko, mariyan namamalengke, no? Wow, sabi ko, hindi na makakain ng mahusay ang mga kahirap na Pilipino. Okay, of course, the Facebook generation, etc. And internal, external migrations, also. Okay. So I think, nabanggit ko na rin yung synod. Was it too late or too early? Definitely not too early. Kasi sa existence ng simbahan natin, founded, erected in 1966, nagawa lang siya nung year 1994. So, parang sasabihin natin tuloy. But earlier I said, naglalaro na sa isipan ng ating Bishop Bantigue nung bago lagi ang Silver Jubilee. Okay. So, how are we going to call or see and look at the first days in Synod of San Pablo? It's an attempt to contextualize, the Second Vatican Council documents, no? And of course, eventually the PCP group. Malaking portion ng ating mga reflection dahil sa PCP group kasi kumbaga, owning na ng Pilipinas to and then owning ng isang diocese, no? And then, I would say this, na yung ating synod, although sa isipan ng marami ay nalimutan na, o nakatago na lang sa bookshelf, canonically, it is still valid and it's still, how do you call that? In vigor, yes. It's supposed to be the discipline that we follow in our pastoral activities. Why? Because it was an act of the local church. Bishop convening synod ay isang official act. So hindi natin pwede yung i-disregard as a given fact, no? Na nangyari yan, no? And then the decrees are part of the disciplinary and pastoral regulation that are binding upon the local church of San Pablo since it was promulgated in January 1st of 1995. Okay? And then, pangatlo, pangapa. I believe the synod, kung ating babalikan, babasahin ulit, lalo na yung mga bagong pare, no? It will provide you a glimpse on what our diocese was during its first 3 decades of existence. Almost 3 decades. Actually, nung garanti natin yung synod 28 year, if I'm not mistaken. So in other words, meron siyang historical value. Pwedeng makita natin, ganun pala yun. Ganito kami noon, paano kayo ngayon? Okay? So, as a hand of the people of God, it was was convoked by the bishop, participated by the clergy, religious and laity, and we spent moments of study, reflection, discernment, and decision. Okay, so, yung pong synod ay meron malawak na preparatory phase, okay? Nagkaroon ng mga survey, so ibig sabihin, aralan natin kung ano yung talagang nangyayari sa ating mga diocese based on several concerns that we have enumerated. So, in a way, we try to be more scientific, no, sa mga survey. Then after which, nagkaroon ng pagkukulay ng lahat ng data, and then ginawa yung synthesis. And after the synthesis, it was brought to the attention of the bishop in the so-called colloquium, or a series of colloquia, para yung bishop, bago mo po, doon sa mismong araw ng synod, alam niya yung lahat ng position paper, alam niya yung sitwasyon ng ating diocese. Kita niya. Okay? And then we made this decision. Okay? I remember, binigyan tayo ng mga papel, tapos raise your hands. No? If you agree to this. Okay? And nakita ko, napaka-active yung naging participation ng mga tao doon sa synod. It was held in the seminary, St. Peter's College Seminary, from April 28 to 30. Okay. So ito po yung concerns na ating tinalakay doon. After which, nagkaroon ng mga decrees, liturgy, social concerns. Other social concerns, ang dami pong pumapasok dyan, no? Nandiyan ang environmental concerns, etc., etc. Church temporalities, family life. Okay? Isa po sa legacy palagay ko ni Bishop Bantigin, hindi ko lang kung kapatuloy pa ito. And then yung family apostolate, no? And eventually finding its way sa Synod para lalo pa siya pagtibay. And then evangelization, nasa mga evangelization, catechesis. Yung sinasabi natin na before the Synod, yung catechesis was unsystematic. This word, the expression is used, no? Unsystematic and unorganized. Then after the Synod, we can see that, well, naging systematic ang ating catechetical activity. Okay? So in other words, kung maghahanap tayo ng ilang mga very concrete outcome, I think we can include the catechesis, no? Clergy speaks of the formation of the clergy. Pag binabasa ko yung decrees, nandun din yung tungkol sa mga sweldo ng mga pare na gusto natin maging rather from the arancel system, papunta tayo sa tithing, which never happened, actually. So, mukhang sa bagay na yun, medyo nag-pray tayo because we were actually, or we are rather comfortable with the arancel system. Kasi parang ang dali eh. Okay? And so, and then we have the priestly formation or seminary institutions. Alam natin na ngayon, kumpleto tayo ng seminaryo. Meron tayong pre-college, meron tayong college, at saka meron tayong theology. Okay? In a way, I would say, one of the fruits of the Synod actually was, in a way, strengthening our priestly formation. And then the religious communities. I remember before the Synod, mga lumulutan dito ay, napakadami natin mga religious communities sa diocese. We are blessed with that. But, hardly na magkaroon sila ng parang masynchronize ang kanilang mga activities, no? Parang kanya-kanyang masada tayo. Wala kami pakialam sa inyo, bahala kayo. And then, with the Synod, we try to make them sit down and see how they can actually cooperate with one another. And in the diocese. Because their presence in the diocese is not just for their own charism, but in the service of the local church. No? And then lately, isa po sa na makikita natin sa Synod is we're now blessed with a very active laity. Actually, hanggang ngayon nakikita ko ito na kung isang parang mas may passion yung ating laity than us. Kung isa, ha? Sinasabi ko bilang isang pari ng ating diocese. And then the youth. Alam natin, after the Synod, na-organize ang youth. We've been very active in participating in events and organizing in all parishes. Nagkaroon ito ng Ondo later on, and you know what happened now. Catholic education. Marami po tayo mga diocesan schools, no? And so, ito yung parang isang entry point natin to reach out to the faith life ng ating mga mamamayan. Pero ngayon, in light of dumadami yung mga barangay schools, okay? At ang mga sweldo ng mga teachers ng barangay schools ay mas mataas kung minsan sa mga ibinibigay ng Catholic schools, mukhang in terms of population, decreasing ang population sa ating mga Catholic schools. Ang tanong na ito, tayo kaya ay naghanda na dito sa bagong pinomeno na ito? Are we reaching out to these barangay schools? Do we have catechist teaching in this, barangay schools? And there are a lot of them. Sa amin lang bayan sa Louisiana, meron doong sa Louisiana. Ngayon, sasabihin ng mga bata, doon po kami pumapasok. Normally, mga Catholics, no? Kasi libre, kasi ganito, sa Catholic school, babayad kayo. Hindi ba, like yung property. So mukhang yung ating sinasabi dati na masiglang Catholic schools ng Diocese of San Pablo, ay baka tayo ay nasa waning stage na tayo. And we should be ready for that. I think we should think ahead. And therefore, looking back at the Synod, it should be a moment in which mag-greeting tayo ng ating position ngayon. Ecumenism. Well, alam natin na Laguna, San Pablo is home to many denominations, no? Alam natin sa Laguna, maraming bayan dito, mga bastion ng mga Anglibayan, no? And other, ngayon, emerging of course, the Pentecostal movements and all that. Okay, so, as I said earlier, yung pong ating acts and decrees ng Synod, specifically decrees, ay part ng ating disciplinary and pastoral regulation. Kaya lang, of course, wala naman tayong police power para pilitin ang bawat isa. Pero nakita ko rin na isa natin parang kumbagay butas, no? Bakit hindi natin tuluyan? Hindi na tayo tumuloy sa tinatawag natin. After the Synod, there should be a diocesan pastoral plan. And what happened was, nagpalit ng bishop, nagpalit si Bishop San Diego, medyo nagpakita ng interest, pero parang hindi rin natuloy. Dumating si Bishop Corona, I still remember na pumunta pa kami sa Lobesia, sa San Jose, para tingnan yung kanilang pastoral plan doon. Medyo yata naman to, pero in a way, the bishop was saying, we have a better pastoral plan. Medyo masakit para sa atin yun, para sabihin na, Pero we are saying that may potential tayo. We can make our pastoral plan. It's just that we should have the will to do it. Mukhang hindi rin ko nangyari yun. And now, 20 years ago, with the new bishop, akin kong proposal ito. Okay. Magkaroon tayo, tuloy natin yung sinasabi ng Synod na magkaroon tayo sa pastoral plan. Pero ang proposal ko is like a series of thematic or sectoral pastoral assembly.